They thought they could trade my life for his future. They were wrong. The night was a blur of chaos and pain. I was 16, sprawled in the passenger seat of my brother Ethan's beat-up sedan, scrolling through my phone, earbuds drowning out his rant about some tech internship our mom was obsessed with him snagging. The road hummed beneath us, a familiar route from school to home. Then came the screech, tires screaming, metal crumpling, glass shattering. My world spun. Pain seared through my chest, warm blood trickling down my temple. I tried to move, to call out for Ethan, but darkness swallowed me whole. I woke to blinding lights and the sharp sting of antiseptic. Tubes snaked from my arms, and my body felt like it had been torn apart and stitched back together. A dull ache throbbed in my side. My throat was sandpaper, words refusing to form. A nurse, her face soft but professional, noticed my eyes flutter open. "She's awake," she called, and soon my parents shuffled in. Not with tears or warmth, but with tight lips and weary sighs, like I was a problem they had to solve. My mother barely glanced at me. "She's stable?" she asked the doctor, her voice clipped. My father stared at the floor. No one touched me. No one asked how I felt. The doctor, a kind-eyed woman, knelt by my bed. "You're lucky to be here, Nora. The crash was bad. You lost a spleen, and your liver's damaged, but we've got you stable. You'll need time to heal." I tried to ask about Ethan, my voice a hoarse croak. The nurse slid ice chips into my mouth. "He's fine," my father muttered, almost irritated. "A few bruises. You're the one who's complicated." His tone stung more than the 4 in my arm. Days bled into each other, a haze of pain meds and sterile walls. My parents visited sparingly, their presence cold, transactional. Ethan never showed. I told myself it was guilt, or maybe he was busy with that internship. But deep down, I knew better. I'd always been the shadow to his spotlight, the quiet sister who didn't shine like he did. Still, I wasn't prepared for what came next. It was past midnight when I overheard them. I couldn't sleep, the pain too raw, the hospital room too frigid. Voices drifted through the cracked door, my parents and the doctor, hushed but sharp. "If we take her liver, what's the risk?" my mother asked, her voice flat, like she was negotiating a deal. The doctor's reply was firm. "She's already lost her spleen. Taking her liver would kill her. She can't survive without it." My father cut in, "But Ethan needs it. His condition's worsening. He's got potential, a real shot at something big." "Nora, she's just," he trailed off, but my mother finished for him. "She's not going anywhere. This could give her life meaning." My heart stopped. I gripped the thin hospital sheet, my knuckles white. They were planning to harvest my liver for Ethan. Without asking me. Without caring if I lived. I was their daughter, but to them, I was spare parts. Tears burned my eyes, but I stayed silent, terrified they'd hear me. I was trapped, weak, tethered to machines, unable to run. But something shifted inside me. I wasn't going to let them erase me. The next morning, I whispered to the nurse, "I need to see a social worker. I don't feel safe." Her eyes narrowed, catching the weight in my voice. By noon, a woman named Sarah sat by my bed, her notepad untouched as I poured out the truth. "My parents want to take my liver for my brother. They said I'm not worth as much." My voice was steady, but my hands shook. Sarah's face hardened, and she closed her notepad. "That's enough," she said softly. "We'll take care of you." Everything moved fast after that. Sarah filed an ethics complaint. The hospital's security system had recorded snippets of my parents' conversation, damning evidence. A judge granted me temporary emancipation, just weeks shy of my 17th birthday. My parents were barred from my medical decisions, my room, my life. When they found out, they stormed the hospital, my mother's voice echoing through the halls. "She's our daughter. You can't take her." Security dragged them out as I watched from my window, my heart pounding but free. The staff whispered about me, the liver girl. A nurse hugged me, tears in her eyes. A surgeon squeezed my shoulder and said, "You're stronger than they know." After a month, I was discharged into foster care. The apartment was cramped, the walls thin, but it was mine. I finished high school online, worked evenings at a coffee shop, and saved every cent. I cut all ties, legally changing my name to Elise Barron, my grandmother's maiden name, a clean break from the family who'd tried to carve me up. Years passed, but the betrayal burned. I didn't just survive, I thrived. By 22, I was operations manager at a biotech startup. By 25, I was a partner, helping build a company that championed patient rights. Then, one day, a resume landed on my desk. Ethan. My brother. Applying for a senior role at my company. He didn't know I was alive, let alone a name on the letterhead. To him, I was a ghost, a forgotten sacrifice. But I wasn't forgotten. I was the one with power now. I scheduled his interview. In person. He walked into the sleek boardroom, all confidence, until he saw me at the head of the table. His face paled. "Nora," he choked out. "Elise," I corrected, my voice like steel. "Coo. And you're here begging for a job." His eyes flicked to the awards on the wall, the city skyline behind me. He stammered, "I didn't know." "I thought you died?" I cut in. "Or just disappeared after Mom and Dad tried to trade my life for yours?" I leaned forward. "I heard them, Ethan. I was awake. They called me worthless. You never even visited." His mouth opened, but no words came. "Your resume's weak," I said, tapping the paper. "Your skills are average. But your arrogance? That's unchanged." He tried to protest, claiming he didn't know about their plan. I didn't care. "You benefited from their love," I said. "I survived their betrayal. This company protects people like me, not people like you." He begged. "I need this, Elise. Things are bad. I'm drowning." I stood, gazing out at the city. "Tell Mom and Dad I heard every word. Tell them I'm untouchable now." I turned to him. "You're not getting this job. Or any job in this industry." He stormed out, red-faced, defeated. I called HR, blacklist him. Notify our partners. No one would hire him. That night, I sat on my balcony, the lake glittering below. An email from the hospital arrived. They were launching a patient advocacy program in my name, the Elise Barron Initiative, to protect minors from coerced organ donation. I smiled. A week later, a letter came from my parents. No return address, just their shaky handwriting. They were broke, desperate, pleading for help. I wrote back, "You chose Ethan over me. Live with it." I mailed it and never looked back. Sometimes, I think of that hospital room, the moment I heard my mother's cold voice weighing my life against Ethan's. They thought they'd written my ending. Instead, I wrote my own. Please subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments where you're watching from.